To be honest, I had a bunch of questions, but I know I'm limited, so I'll just. You said you was in both locker rooms in both Fury versus Wilder fights. You was in both locker rooms, right? Um, that must mean you witnessed the hand wraps.
No,
And
I did not witness the fan wraps. I
mhm.
was in the locker rooms where they have inspectors that are with the fighters at all times.
Okay, so you was in Fury's locker room, but
Oh,
you didn't see the hand wraps at all.
no, I visited both locker rooms. I do that in every title fight. I go with the
Hmm.
challenger, I go with the champion, wish
Hmm.
them luck. Sometimes I go two, three times before the fight. So what I have said constantly is that I went to the locker rooms, and if you were to visit a locker room, you would see how many inspectors are in a room for a title fight.
So, like I've been telling everybody, Mauricio Sulaiman
Rolling.
has stated that, or has led people to believe that he was in both dressing rooms watching both fighters get their hand wrapped. He made a statement saying around the same thing he told Titan Drew. Now, see, like I told Tay Jones, this is the slick, clever politician bullshit and the way how he answered it. Okay? See, he didn't necessarily say he was in both dressing rooms while the hands were getting wrapped and he was there present. He would want people to believe that. Because in the defense of Tyson Fury, he said, well, nothing happened bad because I was in both dressing rooms and there were both officials there. See, here's the problem. The problem is how he worded it. So, for shits and giggles, for the people that still believe that Deontay Wilder will take Tyson Fury to court, and they brought him on stand, this would be a dead end. Why? Because Mauricio Sulaiman never said he was there watching them getting wrapped and he watched them wrap both fighters and he was there presently. No, he said I walked in both dressing rooms as their hands were getting wrapped while the officials were watching them. See that, but see what the way he said it would make you think that he was there personally, along with the officials, along with the other partner or other person, the opposite team's person that was there to watch it. In that case, it was either Andy Lee or Jay Diaz, right? And he was there watching it, so there possibly couldn't be nothing wrong with what happened. See, that's what he was trying to say. In this case, why would he say that? He was saying that to try to cover up that the fact there wasn't any foul play going on. And I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he did try to cover that up the best way he possibly could by saying basically nothing. By saying, hey, I was there. Well, what does it mean for you to be there if you weren't there while the gloves were being wrapped? You see what I'm saying? You just made a comment that both guys were there. He should have just left it at that. He shouldn't have said that, hey, I was there in both dressing rooms. There was nothing wrong. Therefore, how do you know? You weren't there to see how they're wrapped. He's no expert. So how the fuck would he know how the rules of that particular state wraps and gloves anyhow? You see what I mean? He knows about what it is, but he's not a coach. He's not a trainer. He's not a secondary guy. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know what to look for. But yet he put his 2 cents in. And this is how a lot of those guys looked at that and smelt bullshit because it was a cover-up. Not saying Tyson Fury did anything, but the fact that he sat there and put his 2 cents in when he didn't have to made people speculate. Let's continue.
I've actually seen it. I've seen video. I'm good friends with Tay Jones, and he
Okay.
shared cell phone videos, and I didn't see you. So I was asking, you was in both locker rooms, so you didn't see the actual hand wraps, and you didn't see who put on whose gloves. because the reason why I'm asking is because I'm sure, you've heard of Glovegate and the allegations about Tyson Fury's gloves, and it's interesting. Ricky brought up the Togo situation, and I'm glad you answered that question because things are different with jurisdictions, and I'm glad because I didn't know that, so I just learned something. Thank you very much. However, before I get out of here, what was the outcome with Togo? And
The boxing commission had the gloves,
Mhm.
and they confiscated the gloves, and they researched, and there was no padding. There was the removal of the product of the hair on the Reyes gloves. That's what actually happened, and the commission presented that protest to the WBC, and they had all the evidence.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna get out of here, Fred. Where's Fury's gloves, right?
So, as Mauricio explained to Drew Titan about another situation where the officials caught an incident. Okay, well, that incident is different. Why? Because they had what he just said, evidence. See, that's the big thing. Not pictures, not the way a fucking glove looked after he punched the shit out of somebody. No, but actual evidence of how the glove looked, what the glove looked like, what the condition of the gloves were. You see what I mean? There was nothing to worry about. It seems like to me that it was an excuse. However, Mauricio fucked up and said, you know what? I wasn't there, but my officials were. He could have said that. Just like he said, well, the officials in the other situation found this, right? He should have left that alone. But see, you can understand why people would become suspicious that our supporters of Wilder or the Wilder channels would become suspicious and reach a little further because he lied about what and why he was there. He made people believe the reason he was there was to see that everything went okay. That wasn't his job. He just said his job was to congratulate everybody congratulate both times and he was there. And as Drew Titan said, you wasn't there because Tay Jones said he didn't see you there at all. So how can you say that you were there and you wasn't there? That's another lie. If you weren't there, why did you say you were there? Just for the sake of trying to cover something up. See, regardless of Tyson Fury's innocent plea, it makes it look bad when someone comes in with a political answer and then gets caught red-handed lying. See, this doesn't excuse any of that. That doesn't mean any of this shit's true either. But it does show that when people lie, it just makes other people look suspicious. Mauricio Sulaiman made Tyson Fury look fucking bad because he lied about why and where he was at. He was not in the dressing room. He normally goes to the dressing room. He was not there to look at the raps. Other people are there to look at the raps. In that case, he should have said that, but he didn't say that shit. What he said was, I was there and nothing wrong was going on in there because I was there along with the official. No. You see what I'm saying? He shouldn't have said that. Now, that's what this whole situation was for, and that's just to clear up the lie that allowed this shit to spread like wildfire to get where it's at now. Because you give somebody an inch, they're going to take a fucking mile. But they took a mile because of the 1 inch of lying that this guy decided to do, and his name is Mauricio Sulaiman. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think about Mauricio Sulaiman lying to or about Tyson Fury and being there in both guys' dressing rooms. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.